Hello there, thanks for stopping by. This is Daz B, otherwise known as FM Totality on YouTube and Twitter. It's Christmas 2017, might not be when you watch this, but basically, time off, you know what it's like, you can get stuck into your game or whatever you drive your passions with Football Manager, and mine is creating leagues, which is why I have the little tag underneath my graphic saying Football Reimagined. If you've already seen my English mini leagues, you'll know what I'm talking about, my English Comptastic mini leagues. But I've had the time over this lovely break, I have to say, really nice, to create my brand new UK league. So you can see straight away, there's the moniker UK Premier League Roundup. And it's basically a brand new league structure. It's got 5 divisions. Which is the same, of course, as the current league going down to the Panorama. But we've got, it's UK, that's the big thing. So we've got lots of UK teams in here. And without further ado, I'm just going to use the actual league screen as a guide, just to get into it, to show you where we are. So it's got 5 divisions, the UK Premier Division, and it's also got these underneath it, League 1, League 2, League 3. Like I say, with teams from all over Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England. We've also got the Minnows Tri-League, which I'll come to in a second. Got other comps, usual. I've monikered them all UK, so we know what we're talking about. UK FA Cup. FA Cup. I don't know what a trup is. We've got lots of trophies as well, but I'm not really going to get into them yet. But the idea is basically that it's going to be it's going to be a league system that not only has it got the UK element, but it's also international as well, with each division has its own mini continental club, if you like. Now, I'm just for a second, I'm just going to skip over to another window here I have prepared, and I'll put the link below. But this is the overview of it, and you can see this link on Google Drive. You can have a look at this yourself. The overview of the league. I'm not going to make you read all this now, I promise. But basically, you can have a look at this and you go into a bit more detail. You can see a wide selection of UK teams in 5 graded divisions. Let me just give you the highlights. A Minnows non-league. I put non-league because they treat it in some competitions like the non-league, really. With a difficult historical challenge. Difficult or historical challenge. More about that in a sec. Lots of money earning there to give you a chance to progress through the leagues. And this was the main thing. Something that's ultimately fun and always interesting to play, because you want we forget it's a game sometimes, and we get stuck into it, and we just don't realize that it is so much fun sometimes, where we take it too seriously. So there you go, there's the cup structure as well. Like I say, I'm not going to bore you with that now, but that's only on one sheet of A4. If you wanted to have a look at it, you can see I've put a lot of work into it. That's on Google Drive. So let me just tab back into the game now. So that's a little overview. So we've got, as you can see here, Palace are in the lead in this year. We've actually advanced it forward to 2019. I've not played this. This is just a holiday test, just to see how it's going. Predictably, the 4 Prem teams at the top. Now, with the best will in the world, you can alter the reputation of clubs, finances, etc., etc. But it just doesn't work. It's going to take about sort of 5 to 10 years for those changes to come through. So I've not actually done any Premiership, but you get the idea. Those changes will eventually come through. But I've done it with some clubs, mainly lower down, just because there is no way they would survive. So you can see we've got things like the Crusaders, Blythe, Alloa, Southport. So there's a good mix here, and it goes all the way through, of course, all the way. In fact, it's probably easier if I show you leagues in focus. Sorry guys, got a bit of a tickle in my throat this morning. So there you go, Premier, League 1, Minnows Tri-League, which we're going to talk about this in a sec, UK League 2, United and Salford. They've done well, they've come up in 2 divisions in the past 2 years in this sim, and UK League 3. You might notice that this one's a bit different. So you've got the 4 leagues that stand pretty much like regular leagues, except they only play each other once, by the way. I'll come to that in a sec. And then you've got the Minnows Tri-League. Now the Minnows Tri-League, I was looking for a way to do subdivisions, like the Conference North and South, that run parallel with each other and promote into the same division above. But I was struggling a little bit with this. So instead, all I did was did it as a 3-league system. So it's 1 league, it's 1 division, but it's just set up in the editor to have a 3-league format. So basically, the promotion from this league, you get an automatic promotion of 1, and then they go into a playoff. They go into a playoff with, let me just find this, a promotion playoff here. So if you look at last year, they're all grouped together, these 6 teams, and it's the top one that goes through. So it's just a little bit more fun, really. So I'm going to come back in a sec. I'm just going to have to go and get a drink of water, actually, because I'm about to cough again. So what I'll do, I'll come back in a sec, and this time we'll have a quick look at the competitions. So I shall see you in un momento. Okay, here I am back again to show you the competitions now. So yeah, basically we've got several competitions. I'll just flip through very, very quickly to the Words doc again in Chrome. You can see here we've got the FA Cup, the Upper Milk, Lower Milk, Christmas Trophy, Charity Shield, Golden Goal, and the individual Continental Trophy per division. So you can see it's different one is targeted for different countries. But like I say, I'm not going to bore you going through this big document. I just thought it might be nice to give you a quick overview. It's hard to get them all on one screen on FM. But let's just go back to the game again, and I'll show you how they actually work in reality. So the Golden Goal one, you can see I've got the results for last year, up to last footballing year, of course, up to May this year. And you can see that the Wycombe game here, the Wycombe and Ballymena has settled on a Golden Goal. So that's basically it. Each league has their own Golden Goal competition that is decided with a Golden Goal per match. Apart from, at the moment, and I don't know why, the Prem, because even though it's set up with Golden Goal, we have a couple of them going to penalties. I have no idea why it's doing that. It's doing it per match. So that's one settled by Golden Goal, but I'm hoping that this will be sorted by the final version. But you get the idea. When it's all sorted, we will have 4 Golden Goal competitions that's going to run all the way through. We've also got Upper Milk and Lower Milk, which are the League Cup for those oldies amongst you, those grey-haired gamers, you know what I'm talking about. It used to be called the Milk Cup. This is divided into 2 divisions. So basically what you've got is you've got the clubs, 16 clubs from either side, from 2 divisions, all playing each other. Again, there's another one that's gone on penalties. I'm gonna have to. Oh no, getting mixed up. Sorry, it's Upper Milk Cup. Yeah. So yeah, we've also got the Lower Milk Cup. That's the same. No need to go into that screen for you. You get the idea. And then we've got the Continental trophies. So we've got the Premier Transatlantic Challenge Trophy. I was really quite proud of this. It took me a while to work this one out. So basically, it's all the Premier League playing against the North American teams, USA and Mexico, in a group system. As you can see, we're not doing very well here, are we? Aberdeen's not doing bad. They're 3rd in their group. This is this year, of course. Bangor City, poor Bangor City, doing a group like that. That's a shame, isn't it? Palace doing all right there, top of their group against America as well. That's pretty good. And Newcastle top in their group, so they've not done too bad. So yeah, that's a Transatlantic Challenge, and of course it's based on the level of the league, of the teams that I could source from the leagues. So I've tried to make it right. South America. Now you might think this will be more difficult. It is more difficult, but to be honest, Mexico tends to be a better league than some of the teams from South America. So I went through it, and it just seemed to be better putting Mexico and USA with the Premiership. So here we go. We've got South America here, and then we've got Asian Challenge for League 2, which is Japan, China. Look at that one, Funabashi Bandits. Fantastic, what a name. And we see we're getting battered in that one, aren't we? And also some Australian teams as well, because they come under the AFC, the Asian Football Confederation. And we have the African one, which is again getting battered there, aren't we? So this is a nice challenge for you, Kaiser Chiefs, predictably, up there. Yeah, go net last season, just out of interest, see what happened there. So no British clubs managed to do it there. So, I mean, you know, it's a challenge, isn't it? Call it a challenge. And the next one was the Minnows Pacific Challenge. Now I'm hoping that these do better. Yes, there you go. Canterbury United. Oh, I don't know. They're Australian, aren't they? New Zealand. New Zealand. I was thinking it's British for a sec. One Way Win. That's a top name, isn't it? Yeah, Enfield's doing okay. Enfield's the only one with a shout so far there. But you get the idea anyway. I don't know if I mentioned the Christmas trophy. I think I did in the last one. So that's a Christmas trophy for each league that's going to end on Christmas Day. Now, just to give you an idea how this works in practice, if I choose, for example, Crystal Palace, because they have done quite well. So go to Palace now. Let's have a look at their schedule and show you the sort of games they've had. So I'm going to take, oh, we're already on 2017-18. So this is the first year I run the sim. I've took off, I'll take off friendlies. So we're not getting any friendlies now. So make sure it's ordered by date. And there you go. So we've got a nice mix. We've got the FA Cup, then the Premiership Golden Goal, then the Transatlantic, and then a couple of Premier League matches, and then the Upper Milk Cup. So you can see you've got a real proper mix of challenges, and that's exactly what I wanted. Only got to the final there. Got beat by Newcastle, the Premier Golden Goal final by Newcastle. So that's it really. Now there's one more thing I haven't mentioned, and that's the prize money. Now the prize money is ascending for all these competitions as you go through the leagues. So for example, it might be in the millions for the Premiership, and it might be in the tens or hundreds of thousands for the Minnows League. And if you've seen me play my English Mini League with Morecambe, or you've seen the Scottish version that a YouTuber called Sky is playing, Sky Official YT, I think his YouTube channel is. So you know what we're talking about. It's all about the money. If you can get through the group stages or the first rounds of these competitions, you can make a few quid to progress then. So that's really what it's about. So I think that's enough said actually. I think I'll leave it there. Suffice to say, one, I just added note, to get this to work, especially with the real low minnows team and some of the League 3 teams, I've had to change the rep and finances and sometimes the pro status or semi-professional status, etc. of some of the teams, because you've got teams who are basically pub teams. They just wouldn't have it with no money or anything, so they couldn't compete. So it's the only way I would get them to run in the league. I've ran a sim with it, and they just got destroyed over 10 years. So so I've done that, and I've also put a little smattering there. I'm not going to tell you where, of sugar daddies, both at the front end, the back end, and also coming on the right in the team. But you'll have to find them for yourself. So that's a quick overview. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like it, please leave a like. If you double like it, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.